Raw image here looks pretty average. Let me cook. First thing I'm going to do, let's increase the exposure just a little bit. One thing I want to do straight away as well is to make a mask for the sky. Usually with Northern Lights photos, I do find that the sky just ends up being much brighter in the photo. So I'm just immediately going to turn down the exposure here. Let's add a bit of contrast as well, just to get the lights to come out. Now back in the main editing section, let's add the contrast up. Let's add a little bit to the highlights. Let's lift the shadows just a tiny little bit. And let's increase the whites and then put down the blacks just to get that extra kind of darkness in the sky. Same story here in the curves. So let's just pull this down a little bit here, just to add that extra darkness. And then we're going to increase the highlights as well. Now, the white balance was definitely off when I took this photo. I have a bad habit of doing that. So I'm going to increase it just a little bit here. And I'm going to pull the tint more towards the greens. Let's leave it there for now. Let's get some color in here. So I'm going to pull the vibrance up to about 20 and maybe just a touch of saturation. Let's put a little bit of green in the midtones just to kind of emphasize the lights a little bit more as well. And let's just add a little bit of blue in the shadows, just mostly to get that color in the sky a little bit more. Now you can see there's a little bit of blur in the northern lights themselves. So what I like to do is just add a little bit of texture and then a little bit, not too much, just a touch of clarity. Let's do like a very subtle vignette here as well. I'm going to add a splash of blue to the highlights as well, just to kind of help out with that color. Let's try the point color here. Let's select this blue in the sky. Now I want to make it a little bit brighter. Let's bring the luminance a little bit up. Hue, I want to pull it a bit more to the lighter side. And let's just push up the saturation a tiny bit. That's looking good. Now I am the subject in this photo and I do want to make myself pop. I'm just going to make a mask. It looks like it's already identified me as the person, so I'll just select that. And I'm just going to increase the exposure just a dash. It's looking really good already. One final little touch I do want to do is just to crop it. So let's pull this down here as well. Center myself right there. There we go. I think that's quite good. What do you think?